Hate that. Just hate that. All right. We've got that going. And so let's not give out any confidential information. If you need to exchange information, I will turn off the recording when we're done, and then you can do that. And I'm also recording to the cloud. All right. Today's date is August 4th, 2021. In Knox County, Texas, I call cause number 10228 in the interest of Evelyn Guadalupe Carranza. What says the state?
Ready, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. Kuntz. Also present in person is Rebecca Carranza, and she's represented by her attorney, Ms. Trevino. Are you ready?
Yes, we're present and ready.
Also present by audio and video is Emmanuel Carranza, and he's here represented by his attorney, Mr. Bird. Are you ready, sir?
We're ready, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And who is going to make the announcement, please?
Your Honor, if you would like, I can, or if the parties would like, I can make the announcement as to part of things. But I would defer to one of the private attorneys to make the announcement regarding the possession and access terms. I don't have all of the details on that.
All right. Why don't you take the main body of the order?
Thank you, Your Honor. It's my understanding that the parties are in agreement that they will be joint managing conservators, with Rebecca Carranza having the right to establish the primary residence of the child on the case, Evelyn Carranza. Paternity was established by an acknowledgement of paternity in this case, and that the parties agree that Mr. Carranza will pay guideline support. We've done some calculations on that. It's my understanding that Ms. Carranza will be responsible for applying for a government health plan for the child, and Mr. Carranza will be ordered to pay monthly medical support of $125 per month, with any additional healthcare expenses for the child that exceed that 50-50 between the parties. Factoring that in, we get an additional guideline child support amount of $561 per month. And it's my understanding that the parties are in agreement that Mr. Carranza be ordered to pay both of those current support amounts beginning September 1st, 2021. It's also my understanding that the parties are in agreement that retroactive child support be ordered in the amount of $5,555. And that Mr. Carranza would begin paying that back at $100 per month, also beginning September 1st, 2021.
All right. Mr. Bird, is that correct so far as your understanding of the agreement?
All that is correct, Your Honor, and we agree to that.
Ms. Trevino, is that as to your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
All right. And who would announce the visitation?
I can go ahead and announce the visitation.
All right, ma'am.
Because the child is under 3, we are going to have a gradual visitation order. I have prepared a detailed provision, and I have submitted it to Mr. Bird. There are some changes on it that we're going to tweak. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to submit this gradual visitation order to Mr. Bird and to the Attorney General, and we're going to attach that as an exhibit. After that, it'll be the standing possession order. But basically, it does start with we changed it to this. It was changed to the 2nd and 4th and 5th weekend of the month, and it'll start off with Saturdays from 1 to 9, and then the next day would be Sunday 1 to 6, and then Mr. Carranza will be picking up and delivering the child, and then it'll be stepping up on the different ones. It'll go longer period of time, and then it'll go to 1 day overnight, and then by the time she's 3, it'll be the full weekend. There are some provisions in there where we are asking that the child be properly secured at all times when with the parents in a appropriate car seat, and then that neither party consume any controlled substance 12 hours prior or any time during the period of possession of the child. And that both parties have to sign the application for a passport. And if one party is going to take the child out of the country, that they give detailed information of where they're going to be and they'd be able to contact number while they're out of the country. Don't know if you had anything else on there, Mr. Byrd?
I believe you hit it all.
All right. And when you submit that visitation schedule, would you both please sign off on it as to the form?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Then, Ms. Kuntz, you have any questions?
No, I don't believe so.
All right.
I
Let
would
me
like-
ask,
Judge,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
would like, her address directly of where I need to send this visitation order so that way it gets to her, or do I just send it to the regular?
all right. We'll
119?
exchange some email addresses and regular addresses when I turn off the recording. Let me ask, Ms. Carranza,
Yes, ma'am.
in fact, the agreement you're making today, ma'am. Ms. Carranza,
Yes. Is this the agreement?
it's in the best interest of your daughter, Evelyn.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Carranza, is that in fact the agreement you're making today?
Yes, ma'am.
And you also believe it's in Evelyn's best interest?
I believe so. Yes, ma'am, it is.
All right. Then I'm approving the agreement you all have made. After submission to Ms. Kuntz, she'll forward it to me and I anticipate signing it. There is a period of 3 business days during which anybody can request a new hearing. If you do that, you get a new hearing in front of the district judge and she would start over. However, if nobody does that, the order starts to become final. And stay in touch with your attorneys until you both get copies of your order in hand, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.